Come. Other calls coming in. We're talking about... No, do you know anyone who suffers from epilepsy, I wonder? It's quite widespread, isn't it?
My father did actually have seizures, and a friend of mine actually had very severe epilepsy. I mean, he works in the Middle East, and, he works as a journalist, and, is fully functioning life, but he has to take medication constantly to control his condition.
Staggered me to hear that in the southwest region, 4,500 people have epilepsy, which is a huge figure, isn't it?
I think it could be a good one for one of the health phone-ins at some point.
I think you're absolutely right. We do that once a month. Listen, keep these calls coming in, and I would love to know if you are amongst those 4,500. Do you have epilepsy, or does a member of your family live with this condition? Well, the fact is, as we heard, 4,500 people here in the southwest have this condition, yet many of them aren't linked up with support groups such as Epilepsy Action Cornwall. Now it's making an effort to extend the geographical range of its activities to make sure that more people can get involved. Well, what does it do? What does it offer? Let's find out. Laura Allsworth has joined me live in the studio from this action group. So what exactly is it then? What services do you offer?
Well, we run a monthly meeting, Truro, the last Wednesday of every month. At present, approximately 20 people come to that meeting. Out of 4,500 people in the southwest, 20 people, we're not reaching out for, to as many people as we want to. What we hope to do this year is to spread our support groups further up towards Bodmin, further down towards Penzance, primarily because there are, we're not reaching out. We're only in Truro. People who have epilepsy can't drive because they have their licence taken away until they're seizure-free for 12 months.
I was going to say, how debilitating is it? Say I was diagnosed with... And I suppose it varies in form. There's different forms of epilepsy.
There are different forms. There's over 40 types of seizure. They can range from sort of absences, which are sort of periods of... people kind of think of it as staring into space, and that's kind of like an absence, ranging right up to convulsive seizures where you can fall on the floor and convulse. So there's quite a range of seizures. And many people are affected in different ways. Many people have more than one. But if for quite a main reason is if you have a seizure, or have epilepsy, you have your licence taken away.
And straight away you have communication
completely, and especially in the southwest, and sort of hearing about these buses that have sort of been taken off. Routes have been stopped and things. For somebody who has epilepsy and can't drive, to come to support groups is very hard unless they know somebody that can take them, and which is why we kind of need to get out further afield to Truro, because there are lots of other people that need
help. You're based in Truro. So
the support groups in Truro.
So what sort of support do you offer then?
Just a helping hand, just to listen to people. One of the members of the committee is actually the adult specialist epilepsy nurse, Mary Parrott, and she's there as well. She doesn't talk very much about clinic because obviously that needs to be discussed in hospital, but if she does, if you do have a problem, you can talk to her. We just tend to sort of make aware, we're trying to raise awareness, and this year we're focusing on fundraising events, things like backpacking in supermarkets, so that people can say, what's this all about, especially sort of further south and further north.
Is there a stigma attached?
Yes.
I was going.
Yeah, there is.
Because we've done an awful lot on mental health.
Yeah.
In the last 12 months or so, and indeed tomorrow I'm going up, before I come on air tomorrow at 12 o'clock, I'm going up to Bodmin into what was part of the old St Lawrence's mental hospital, as it was called. It's a psychiatric hospital, part of it is now, and there's a terrible stigma attached to mental health, and it must be similar. People must be, in some ways, wrongly, but embarrassed to admit they have epilepsy.
Some people do.
Why?
Yeah, I don't. A lot of people. I mean, we've sort of done talks with people like the fire brigade and things, and I know that a lot of police tend to look at people sometimes who have epilepsy and think that they're drunk, because when you're coming round from a seizure, it does very much look like you're actually drunk. So some people can walk over you and, that person's drunk, let's just leave them on the floor. But sometimes that actually isn't the case, and they've had a seizure, and and a personal experience, I have come across people tutting about me talking about epilepsy.
Seriously?
Yeah, some people in the cafe, and it made me very angry that they was tutting about something that, so many people have to live with. They called me and friends of ours Jobsworths, and that we were just sitting down, and it was really, really hard to listen to people judging our conversation, and that was here in Truro. And that was very recent.
Okay, put your headphones on. There's headphones there. I'm going to bring Roger in from Falmouth about epilepsy, and we'll find out from our guest, Laura, about how they hope to extend the services in other parts of Cornwall in just a moment's time. Let me bring Roger in. Afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Lawrence. How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, sir. Do you know anyone affected by epilepsy?
Yeah, my wife.
Now, how does epilepsy affect her life and your life as a husband?
Well, I'm a 24/27 carer all the time with her.
She has it really severely?
It can happen any time.
Yeah.
Any time, day or night.
And how much support are you getting?
None. I'm a carer, that's all.
No support at all?
No.
But you've heard about this support group that Laura's talking about? Do you
Yes,
know?
I just heard it on the radio.
Oh, so it's the first you've heard about it?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So straight away...
we need to be in Falmouth.
You know, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, is it? How easy would it be, Roger, to get over to Truro? Then is that possible for you?
I could get over to her, but I got to pay for the bus. My wife got the bus pass.
So straight away there are financial problems. And stay there, Roger.
Okay.
Laura,
Yeah.
there you are. You see, the first caller within seconds of you coming on air, bang.
We
You know,
need
one of
support
those four
further
and a half.
down, yeah.
How are you going to, Roger? Stay there. I'll come back to you. How are you going to fund then opening other offices in other parts of Cornwall?
Well, this is what we need to do this year. We need to fundraise. We recently did a jumble sale. Really old-fashioned kind of jumble sale, and in over
Nothing
an hour.
wrong with nothing wrong
it was
with
really,
jumble
really
sales?
good, very well attended. And we, in about an hour and a half, we sort of topped £150. To me, that's quite a lot of money in an hour and a half, and that will help sort of put in place other people in groups. We don't get paid to do the epilepsy group. We're all volunteers, and we do it because we want to do it, and we want to help people who have epilepsy. So funding like the jumble sale, bag packing. There's a gentleman called Jerry Parry. He's carrying the Olympic torch. Truro area, I think.
Right.
He has epilepsy, and he's carrying the Olympic torch. He wants to do fundraising, static bike rides.
So it's actually raising awareness, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's the reason you've come in here.
Yes.
Are you happy to give out, Laura, a contact number which
I have,
people
yeah.
could... Let's get a number from you now if we can. So
Yeah.
if you can help in any way, either you need support or help, you might better help fundraise, because it is all about raising awareness. You can get Laura and her team on
07596
07596
804
804
132.
132. And I tell you what, I'll read that out several times, and if you want to put that on my Facebook page, you're very
problem,
welcome
thank
to
you.
do so. Laura, thank you very much indeed. Laura joining us live on the line. If you want more information, 07596 804 132 07596 804 132.